Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
Returning subscribers, thank you very much. We really appreciate you. And to those of you that are brand new, welcome. So today, we're going to take a look at a Pink Floyd classic as played by David Gilmour with Rick Wright in his band, Astronomy Domine from Gdansk, which was a 2006 concert that came out on DVD and also as a live album. It had the entire third album that Dave put out, his solo album On an Island, which is actually a pretty good record, I have to say. I own it and I like it. At this time, Rick Wright was still playing with Dave whenever he went out on excursions like this. As a matter of fact, this may have been the first full-scale tour that David took on, a kind of like he was an ex-member of Pink Floyd. Before that, he had put out a DVD that was more of an acoustic night. And I think fans were wondering, gee, is this the history of, or is this where Pink Floyd is headed now? And as it turned out, no. The show at Gdansk was just as spectacular as any Pink Floyd show. I thought it'd be really great to take a look at this song, which was, of course, written by Syd Barrett and appears on their first album, Piper at the Gates of Dawn, which came out in 1967, recorded right at the same time and in the same studio as Sgt. Pepper and also SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things.
Yeah, I think it was EMI Studios at Abbey Road.
Have you heard this before? David Gilmour doing it later on with Rick Wright.
The only recent one I've heard, I think, is a Pink Floyd performance from the Division Bell tour, and they played Astronomy Domine.
Did they? Yeah, I think you're right about that, actually.
I haven't heard the live Gdansk version.
With that, why don't we take a look at this? I think you might be surprised. Also, I think it was great that Rick Wright was performing with him at this time. Of course, Rick passed away 2 years later. They also performed Echoes, by the way, and it was retired after this tour after Rick's death. All right, well, let's check this out.
Well, in my opinion, that blows the Division Bell performance off the water.
All right. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
I mean, the Division Bell performance was good, but this was awesome.
This one really kind of took it to heart a little more, right? I mean,
yeah.
I think it was meant as a very serious Sid tribute. Like, hey, by the way, here's the guy that brought us all together, started the band.
Yeah, I was missing Sid's guitar parts on that.
Yeah.
Because, Dave doesn't play it like Sid, and, maybe that's the way it should be. I don't know. But
well, there's multiple guitar parts. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's true, too. I forgot about that.
I mean, granted, Sid used to, of course, be the one guitar player, but still, he was pretty proficient at making it sound pretty full. But I like what Gilmour was doing, but Sid was famous for a reason. I mean, he delved into places, intricate little corners of the music world that were not often visited.
Sid was definitely a genius.
He was a unique personality. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
The way Dave played this one, I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Not Sid, but it's still awesome. It's Dave.
Yeah, Dave and Rick, really. So
yeah.
I don't want to discount the possibility that they talked it over. We should do this, because Rick is an underrated member of Pink Floyd without question.
Oh yeah, he's an important part of the band. I mean, just with the keyboards. I mean, you kind of need keyboards to do Floyd music.
Well, that's true, and the way that he played them is really kind of what made the signature of the band. I mean, that was part of their sound.
Yeah.
It was Rick's specific playing.
Yes.
Cool. I'm glad that we were able to do that so you could see it. There's a lot more stuff actually from that tour that we might like to take a look at some point. As well as the Pulse tour. I know some people were asking that we do a few more things off Pulse, and I think that's perfectly reasonable. So we'll be doing that soon. But for now, folks, if you saw David Gilmour playing solo, please let us know about it. Of course, if you saw Floyd, we'd love to hear about that too. But I think it's a smaller pool of people that have seen David. And frankly, I wish I had gone and seen him. I don't know that he played the States that often at the time. It seems like most of these gigs are over in Europe or various parts of that side of the world, which is perfectly fine. I'm glad they're getting recorded. Anyway, would love to hear about it, whatever your experiences are. If you have suggestions or requests, please let us know. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right. We'll catch you on the next one. All right. Take care, folks.
See y'all later.